Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. It is March 6th. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying Gambit Prime if you guys have been goofing around in that. But again, remember, try and get as high level as possible so the Ascendant challenge is one of those you do not want to forget. This week we are going out here to the Spine of Carries past the observatory for the Shattered Ruins, which is the one where you're going to be climbing kind of vertically the entire time. So if you guys want to jump ahead in the video to the start of it just for the gameplay piece, you guys can do that. Otherwise, let's jump on our sparrows so I can show you guys where this is at. Just a reminder, if you guys are watching this, I will be on Destiny Community Podcast tomorrow night. That will be Thursday, March 7th at 6 p.m. Pacific. So you guys know who those people are. You got Holtzman, Tefty, Briar, Pope Bear, and also, of course, Miss 5000 Watts. An awesome group of people. They've been just leaders in the community for an awesome time. They've got a great podcast, and I'm going to be live on their podcast tomorrow, which is kind of an amazing honor for me. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you guys haven't checked them out before, I highly recommend doing so. It's a great podcast. They've got awesome people who come through there, and I'm very honored and pretty humbled to actually have a chance to join them for the podcast. So that will be tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, March 7th. If you guys are watching this later, definitely check out the podcast, the video, any and all those pieces. I'm really looking forward to it. So once you get to about here, when you're headed towards the observatory, go ahead and pop your tincture, and you'll cut out some of the run, because otherwise you have to go all the way through there, down and around. And this way you can just kind of jump off of here and take the shortcut. There's 3 invisible platforms that are out here. Use this to get across and then head towards the back edge. Now this one doesn't have too much going on in the way of enemies that you need to fight. I would take some type of powerful super just so you can melt the boss in the end. It makes life a lot easier. Rocket launcher, tractor cannon with a void bomb would probably just insta-melt him. And just keep running back this direction. And once you get to about here, hopefully out of range of the Vandals, jump up on this rock, and the portal is going to be behind here. If you're getting shot, you can of course always jump right over here. So we are now at the portal. In case you guys are wondering the location on the map, we are back here on this structure. So you got the final bridge, the first jump, and the big rock were pointed out behind it. So we are in the Spine of Carries, and we're jumping into the Shattered Ruins. So let's go. Now, when you jump in, you'll typically have this first platform on the right over here, and you'll be looking, once you land, at the structure that you have to climb. As you go up, we eventually will get all the way to that top ring up there where we kind of fight the boss. Now, there's a couple pieces of lore I'm going to be covering throughout, and if you guys need those, a couple eggs, and then 1 piece of lore, I'm sorry. So, a couple eggs, and then 1 piece of lore, so you guys can see where everything is at. So, I will do those as we go through. It's not ones where I kind of get to the end and go back as you climb. It's just going to see everything as we go. Toland can be in a couple different locations. We'll try and find them as we go. But as soon as you jump in, my typical direction is going to be go to the right. Head over here, up the stairs. And you've got 2 different ways that this can be set up. You'll see you have the Taken blasters. You see them kind of throwing it around. Or you have the Taken little baby blight bombs that will kind of activate in proximity and then actually explode in a few seconds. So this is the Taken blaster mode. Watch this one because they will knock you off. The others can kill you. These will ruin your climb. So this one actually can be the more difficult one if you don't watch out for the blasters. So climbing up the stairs, again in the path that I'm going. There's multiple ways up to get up to this section, but once you get up here, I would try and pick the front or the back edge so you're not in the line of the Taken blasters. And if something like that happens, it's really not a big deal. Try and catch your fall and do it again. Now, if you're on a time trial, you really can't fall. You pretty much have to run the entire time. If you want to see a time trial, I have done one previously, so if you're looking for that, just look that one up on my channel, and I'll put a link at the end for the time trial as well so you guys can get some guides and just what to expect on that one. But again, if you follow the staircases, it does tend to cover some of what you're looking for. And then once you get up to this platform, again, you want to try and keep an eye out for some of these ads. Now, I would advise having something with a little bit of range in here. My 2 guns that I picked are my 2 highest. And it looks like I've got one more ad trying to take me out here behind me. So here's the staircase. This guy, go ahead and shoot him in the face. So once you reach the big circular platform, watch for the sniper up there. Again, a hand cannon is not what I would advise. It's literally just like one of the highest things I've got. Okay. So that's the circular platform. Once you get there, as you come up the stairs, turn back around, and you can tell I'm on kind of the back side of 2 statues. The front is over there. So we're going to make a big circle. Run around. And again, something with range. Scout rifle, pulse rifle to take out those ads from range. Definitely going to be a nice thing to make sure you're safe on. Now you'll see Tolan down there. If you do want to go grab him, you can. Depends on if you've got that daily bounty. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it. Notice this platform does rotate, so just be careful. And then right here to my left, I've got another Hobgoblin. And there we go. Now, if you do want to jump down, it's not too bad. You'll just follow a couple platforms around. Usually just get back to that center circle and then just head back up the same way if you want to go grab Toland. Now, once you come over here, watch these blasters. They're more centered on the middle of the platform, so if you kind of land on an edge, you should be pretty safe. Now, when you get to here, make sure you've got your ads down so you're not dying, but you're looking at what I would call the front of the statues. So from here, you'll have this one on the left and this one on the right. The lore bones, the only lore bones in here, are going to be right over here. So if you jump onto the circle, just kind of the front of the statue, and if you see the hand, it's where you would picture the wrist to be, and the lore bones would be right here. I picked them up previously, but that is where they would be. So from here, you can actually jump out to the rotating rock, or if you think you got the jump for it, watch for the blaster, and then head out here to this tree area. Give you a way to get off of that ledge. Now, we are going to need to work back up there, so it just kind of depends where you're coming from. Got the rotating platform here that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to try and get back to this platform over here, not with the Taken Blaster. So I was on that one previously. If you don't need the lore bones, you can jump right up to where I am now. Wait for those, jump on up. And here is where you're going to see your first egg. But you're also going to start seeing some ad spawn. So the egg is actually tucked kind of like way over there. You can barely see it. But you're going to have all these shadow thrall coming in, so go for those. There's usually 2 spawns worth. They're going to work on jumping down to you. So you can shoot them as they fly to you. Makes life a little easier so they don't actually land on your platform like that. So 2 spawns. Really not too bad. They're not hard to kill. I mean, if you need a little extra ammo, if you didn't hit a public event, that might actually be a nice way to get you a little extra ammo. And again, if you're working with something with low range like I am here, well, just be careful. Now, once you come around the next corner, wait for the blaster. This platform, kind of the geode looking one, is where you can see the egg. So it's going to be right over here, tucked on the right hand side underneath, but you got to get fairly high to be able to see it. So before you go to the upper deck, if you're getting ready to jump on the head of the statue and you're looking for the egg, it is right over here. And if you guys see a point of reference, if the statues are facing like to my left, then the egg is just to the right. So use that as a point of reference if you need it. Once you jump up top, pretty much I would just get ready to go to town on the big guy up top. So if you jump up here, watch for the Taken Blasters around the platform. Once you get up here, the boss will spawn. Whether you go to town on rockets, which is what I'm going to try and do, and that was really fast. So, he's down. 4 shots down. And make sure you grab the chest quickly. This will make sure your bounty counts. There we go. And if you jump back off, this is where you're going to be looking for the second egg. So, if you can see the platform, you're going to want to look way up here. And it's right above in the sky where I'm hitting that immunity. Shoot that with Wish Ender, and you're going to be able to get your egg drop. So that is number 2, way up in the sky. They're both fairly high up. There's none really down below. And that is basically a wrap. So just make sure you don't try and do it from here, because if you're right under the portal, you can't see it. You're going to have to move back a little bit, and I can't even get my cursor high enough. So I've actually got to back up a little bit farther so I can aim to where I need to up here. So that is the lore bones in the statue hand, and then the egg just before the kind of the underneath of this top area, and the second egg is way above in the top. Apparently I can get just here on the edge and be able to hit it. So that is the Ascendant challenge. We are again in the Shattered Ruins out in the Spine of Caries. And let's jump on out. And once you get out here, you're back where you jumped in. Now, if you're looking for a time trial, again, check the link in the description. I'll put the video up to actually go straight to the time trial piece of one I've done previously. But I hope this one gets you guys another piece of powerful gear on your journey to 700. So thank you all for tuning in. Enjoy the video. Drop a like below if you did enjoy it. Leave a comment if you got questions, thoughts on anything. Hopefully you guys are enjoying Season the Drifter. If you guys do have the annual pass, Gambit Prime and Reckoning are quite a loop. And we'll be covering those tomorrow in the morning. Actually, no, I work in the morning. I'll be covering those later on, and I'll try and get a video up in the morning. So I will see you all soon. Have a great one, and enjoy.